Hello and welcome to Digitals in Gaming. I am Syntosis and this is another episode of Direwolf20's 1.19. We are going today to start automating some of the rolling mills and that kind of stuff, because I think we're at that point where I'd like to do some more stuff, but I keep having to go back to the ME machine to basically, make some stuff like some plates or whatever it is. So I'm thinking that we'll automate this thing. Now, I'm going to tie into nowhere, basically. We will need the ME system at some point, so I'm thinking about maybe possibly doing it over here, and then bringing the ME system across. We need an export and an import. Import's relatively straightforward, we'll just import it using ender chests, but exporting definitely is going to be needed. So I'm thinking we'll do it here and then we'll just ride the cables underneath. But I'd like to keep it close to here. I mean, well, technically it doesn't need to be close. I mean, it could even be inside one of these, but I would like it here really to keep it with everything else. So we've got this little machine. We're probably going to have another machine over the other side, maybe a little bit further down. Because we've got this thing here, I'm going to put it probably starting here. So if we chuck this down, right, and we put down our first belt, really. So there's our first belt. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a couple of different things, okay? So we've got most of them here. But what we are 100% going to need is a chest to put the items into. Okay, so let's go get ourselves a chest. We've got plenty, so we'll get a few of them just for the moment. Let's get rid of that. Right, so we're going to put the chest on here. So the chest goes here. Okay, anything going into, so we can use the exporter for applied logistics to export our items that we want to create into this chest. Okay, so this whole line will specifically be for rolling machine. Okay, now the rolling machine, if we ponder that, the rolling machine basically uses the metals and stuff or the rotational forces to flatten out the metal or create rods, right? So if we go to the next part, it shows you how you would automate this. Okay, so you basically create a belt, you put two funnels, one in, one out, and then literally it will feed stuff into it, it will do stuff to it, and then feed it out the other side. That literally is it. So we're probably going to need this a little bit longer because, the one gap is probably going to be a bit too short. So we're going to do 5, okay? So we're going to have the rolling machine in the middle. That simple. We're obviously going to use brass funnels because we have them. And I can't remember whether we have to wrench that to make it go... No, I don't think we need to wrench it to make it go out. It should be alright. So we definitely need a brass funnel on here. And then that will output the items that we've got. Oh, hang on. That's what it should look like. So let's do this. No. Come on. Why is it doing that and not doing that? That makes no sense. Let's grab these. Yeah, we'll get rid of that for the moment. Come on. Maybe not. Okay. Maybe it just means it's going to drop it onto the floor. I can't remember, to be honest. Right, anyway. We've got all of these things here. We do have this, which I'm not going to hook up to because we've got plenty of those now. So what I am going to do is go and grab a couple of them just so that I've got them. And we also need some points, which actually I think are in here. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get some flux points as well. And we're going to set this stuff up this way. So this is going to power this. It's also going to power this. So knowing that we're going to power these two machines, we could do a couple of different things. Now, what I am going to do specifically is I'm going to power this thing. I am going to specifically power it here because I'm going to put another shaft here, and I'm going to power it like so. Now, hopefully this will be the right way round. If it's not the right way round, then we will power it using cogs. But that might be okay. So essentially what we're doing is powering the belt, but we're using some of that force to come off and power the actual item itself. Okay. Now, obviously, we need this to go somewhere. So we're going to, right now, we are literally just going to chuck down another chest because I want to see this working. Okay. And then obviously this is going to come out. This is going to go back in. And then we should be okay. So if we go get our little bit of metal. So we'll go and grab some iron. We're not going to use all of it. We're only going to use a couple of bits just to make sure that it works. So that goes into there. It gets all chewed up and spat out and creates rods. Ta-da! So the rolling machine will create rods. It's pretty straightforward. The stamping machine, I'm pretty sure that a mechanical press, should I say, does what do you call it? The plates. Yeah. So we put a depot underneath. We put that in there, and then literally we can press items as well. But what we want is for those items to basically be stamped. Now this is for the rods, so we can whack stuff in there. It goes all the way through the system, comes out the other end. Perfect. Now we can transfer this over here, so we can increase this. So we're going to steal this essentially, steal the power from this essentially, and we're going to do the exact same setup but here. Right. So in fact, actually, it's not the exact same setup. I'm just putting it here just to get it like the basics in. Now with the stamping one, it's a little bit different because it goes up to the machine but then off of the machine. So what we essentially need to do is just break this, and we're going to put one here and we're going to put one here, and we're still going to take the rotational force from this one, but we're going to do it this way. Okay, so we've got two either side. We need a depot. We need a depot, and we need a stamp or a press. I don't know if I've got any presses actually. The depots and stuff should be in the system already. So if we go at create, we should have... Did we not have any more depots? Doesn't look like we have. I'm sure we had depots. Oh, there we are. I just couldn't see them. We don't have any presses, which is fine because what we need is just a mechanical press, just a basic one, and we'll take that. We'll take that there. We need cogs, so we're going to take some cogs because we will need cogs eventually. Right, so we put down the depot in the middle, so stuff goes in, stuff goes out, and then we will put the mechanical press above it. So we don't need to put it on it, we need to put it above it, as you see. So right click, shift that, and it's there. Now this thing, again, requires force. So we're going to link it to here with the belt, and that will give it some power so that will stamp down. Now what we should be able to do is put a funnel here and one here, and that should accept the iron. So if we do 2 here, we'll go over to there, we'll chuck that in there, that comes along, gets onto the press, gets stamped, and then doesn't get taken off. That might not be what we're looking for. Let's have a look at that again. I thought it was that way. Or is there a funnel that's needed, or it might be the other way. Because there's a couple of ways of doing that. So if we go on to here, compacting items to press, yeah, that's fine. Oh, it might be the other way, where it's actually just the belt. Is it just the belt on this one? I can't remember. So we're going to break this. We're going to hit the belt. No, we're not going to hit that belt. We're going to go over here. We're going to break this one. Come on, break. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to throw an item in here. Because there's two ways of doing it. There is obviously the way that I was just doing it. But I think that's for fluids and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is just for the belt. So the belt, it gets stamped. And then off it goes into the chest. There we go. Like so. So obviously this is fairly slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around here and we're going to kind of bump up the speed a little bit. We're going to boost it just a bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put 8 down. We're just going to chuck 8 in there and boom. That's much better. So that's a bit quicker. So now any plates that we've got, any wires, or not wires, sorry, wires are other bits and pieces that you can do. So if we go to create, for instance, and we have a look at, where are we? There we go. So we've got a whole bunch of plates. We've got copper, we've got brass, we've got iron, golden. So there's those ones. We've got, there is some other stuff in here that requires like a cauldron, so stamps of that. We've got precision mechanisms which are used as well. So we can use the little hands or the deployers for those. So we can keep going across. And then obviously we have to feed them different items so that that can happen. Got the whisk stuff there. Now there is the copper wire on the spool. There we go. So the copper wire can be done in the rolling machine. So you put copper sheets in and out comes copper wire. So we can now automate copper wire as well to produce the spools so that we can use that on the machine over there if we need it. So there's lots of things now that we can tie up. And because we're using chests, we can basically export the stuff into the chest. The chest will then just process these items and spit them out the other end. And on this end, obviously we've got this, and we're going to take these two off, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this a little bit nicer in the fact that it will extend slightly, and then we are going to put a belt here, and I'm not sure how far. In fact, actually, I do know how far we're going to go. We're going to go to here, and then so that's going to export onto this. This belt here is going to go that way, and then we are going to import into. So if I switch this around, and then what we're going to, we're going to put that one there, and then we're going to get an ender chest. And we're going to basically import into the ender chest, which is going to be the simplest solution. So that will give us the ability then to make all of these different bits and pieces, so we can actually program the system. Oh, that was a nice. So we need an ender chest. So we're going to grab one of those, chuck those rest in there, and then we're just going to put that ender chest down on here. And we need a funnel, obviously, because you can't interact with stuff unless you've got a funnel. So now what should happen is the stuff should come out here, go across there, but this belt is obviously not moving. So we need to make it move. Now, there's a few ways of doing that. Like literally, we could put a cog here and a thing there, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could do. I mean, this is redundant, this one, so we're going to take this one out. I think honestly, like switching them through, it would probably be a nice way of actually switching there or here. So what I'm thinking is we'll get, I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. So let's have a look there, the gearboxes, okay, because they can change the directions of stuff. So we're going to get one. We're going to get one gearbox. We are at the moment because that's all. Well, in fact, actually, not. We're not. We're going to get a couple of gearboxes. We're going to get some more cogs because I program cogs. Remember. So we've got a few more cogs. Now we can get a few more gearboxes. Gearboxes are pretty cool because they can change the forces. Rotational to vertical, you know, that kind of stuff. Go around corners, etc. This gearbox, if you put it back in here, will change to a vertical one. So we don't need vertical right now. We've got two things going in one direction. Now, I don't know whether this is going to break it or not. Yeah, it will. So you can't put them in the middle of two forces here. So if we didn't have this here, then we could. But this one will probably need to go through there and then around the corner. Alternatively, we could move this one over and then just use it here on the corner, which is the more logical way of doing it. So that's what we are going to do. So we're going to do this, and we're going to extend this one by one, like so. And then we're going to put the gearbox down here. Now, hopefully, and it doesn't, it goes in the wrong way. So we're going to change our plan, and we're going to put the stuff on this side, because I don't really want to fight with that. I like it, the fact that it's there. We could put it on this side, I suppose. Could extend it that way. I'm not entirely sure, you know, which way. To be perfectly honest, no one way is better. But if I put it there, it will go the other way. So, yeah, we're gonna stick with it going this side, purely and simply because we've got other things that come from that side. So it makes sense that it's here, so that it can then be fed. Or we can just extend this belt, you know, further down. But I think in the middle, it just makes more sense because we can put things into it and get things out of it a little bit easier. And also we could tie in the belt going all the way across so that it would take from there. We could reclaim that ender chest. We might do that in the future, but right now I'm okay. So this now should, and if we go back over here and we'll grab some, let's grab some more iron. We're going to put a stack of iron in here. We'll just chuck it in like so. That's going to go along. That's going to start stamping. This is now no longer needed, superfluous. That we'll pick up. So as you can see, it gets done, gets chucked in, and then it gets dumped into the ender chest. So we can have multiple of these lines going across this side, going into this ender chest, and we can have lines coming back this way, going into this ender chest. So this becomes a focal point, really, of all the convergence, or a convergence point of all the different machines and stuff. These ones are together because they pretty much do the same kind of thing. You know, they're manipulating ingots. So yeah, depending on what we export from the system, the ME system, will depend on what actually gets made. So ingots getting in here will get stamped. Ingots going in there will make rods. Plates going in there will make the copper wire. It's pretty straightforward, I think. That was pretty simple. That was pretty easy. Now we just need to do the ME system. The ME system, you know, you guys have seen hundreds of times before. I'm not going to bore you with that. We've got the exporters. We've, you know, over here, like we do over here, we've got these ME pattern providers. We'll create the patterns, we'll put them in, and they'll go in directly to the chests like they do over here. You see the mega pattern provider. I'll probably do a mega pattern provider, but or an ME one. But that goes into a chest, and then obviously the chest will then feed the machines and then come out the other end, and then the ME system will recognize that they've gone back into the system and therefore clear them down. that literally is the little mini project for today. I'm not entirely sure what else. I mean, we've got tanks and stuff, which I would like to get into. I would also like to get into boilers. Boilers are kind of cool, but we've got so much ME that I'm not entirely sure why we would use them. But, I mean, it might be quite cool to just have them. So I might do that. We've got different chutes and different things and crushing wheels and all that kind of stuff. So the crushing wheels, they can do quite a lot of different things. They essentially do what a pulverizer does, but gives you some additional items sometimes. Like if you crush one of these, you've got a 25% chance of getting 3 more. You know, that's kind of good, really. We could crush all our ores before they go through the smelting, so we could increase the things. I think maybe what we'll do next time is actually set up just here the crushing wheels. We've got a few. We've got 6, I believe, so 3 pairs. Yeah, we've got 3 pairs of crushing wheels, so I think that will be quite a nice little project to have over this side. We can have the ME system exporting instead of exporting it to the smelting system, we'll just export it to this, crush all the items, and then export those into the smelters. That will essentially, double our ore or whatever you say. We'll have a chance of increasing it. And then I think what we'll do is a bread factory. But we'll start with a harvester. We'll collect wheat, generate dough, cook it, output bread. I think that will be quite cool. And then we need to find some other stuff to do. But I think for now, for this episode, we're going to go and check. So for this episode, or this part of the episode, create, we're going to leave it there. We've got 4, so we need a bit more. Okay. I'm going to run around and get some more, like some mining done. Some personal mining, just so that I can get a bit more ME, or not ME, sorry, XP, so that I can use the portals and the waypoints and that kind of stuff. Because I never turned the waypoint stuff off down to 0. So we are going to go and check this thing. So we're going to go and check the mining dimension, because I think the miner might be done. The miner is done. The miner's 100% done. Right, so we need this thing up and running again. It's... Yeah, right, so we need to run in that direction, I think. Think so? Yeah. Run in that direction. Set down the miner. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Right. Yeah. That might not be a good idea. We'll put the flux point away. We've got the red one. We're going to put the sink away. We'll keep that. Okay. So we are going to go M, and we are going to disappear that. And then we are going to go this direction by however many. I can't remember however many, whatever we did. And then we'll just plonk it down, start again. I can see the green at the end, so we're not that far. So some of Create stuff is pretty quick. Other bits of Create are, complex and take ages. But yeah, we could definitely do with multiplying our aura. We don't need it, but I mean it's definitely nice to have. Alright, let's drop here and have a look. Okay, so I want to be in that chunk, really. So I'm going to move over slightly. Oh, there we are. There's the chunk. So I'm going to move over slightly. There we go. I'm going to be right in the middle here. Do I need to know where it is. Not really, not really. I don't really care, just as long as it mines. So we'll stick that there, we'll stick that there. That's got power, and we'll off it goes. Is it doing stuff? I don't actually know. Maybe I should have pointed it that way. Just going to break that for the moment, because I'm going to have a look to see whether this thing is actually collecting stuff. No, it is. Okay, so that's fine. Let's break this. We can put everything into the other. There we go. So we can put it in here anyway. I'll put some stuff that I shouldn't have done. Never mind. Right, so let's put that in there as well. That, and then we'll put this thing back on the top. There we go. All right, so that's now collecting even more. So that's back off again. So our ME system is going to be groaning under the strain yet again, which is always good. We've got the Never Quarry done. We've got this one. We don't have an end quarry. I don't see the point of that one. If I need end stuff, I'll just go there. Okay, you're good. You're good. You are in the middle of the chunk. So, right. It was back that way, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, before I go, let's put down an anchor, or a waystone, should I say, right here. And this is mining quarry. There we go. Then I can just go home. Sorted. Okay. Right, so that's now obviously increasing the stuff in the system. We've got so much stuff. So what I'm thinking is we are, next episode, going to be setting up stuff. So I'm going to take away the raw. Yeah, see, can the raw stuff, let's see, right, if the raw stuff can be crushed. I think it can. Yeah, it can be crushed into raw copper with a chance of experience. Yeah, see, that's... Do I want experience for copper? Not particularly. Maybe for some of the other stuff I will. For copper, I don't think so. So what else we got? We've got gold, nickel, uranium. So let's have a look at some of these recipes. Right, a chance of an iron nugget. Fair enough, but no. Steel ingot we're not going to realistically do. That's experience. That's a gold nugget and an electrum nugget. Okay, that's oakum. Experience again. See, those would be good. Blaze rods would be good. Chance to get 25% extra. Armor. Okay, that might be a thing. Amethyst, but we got plenty of it, so it's not like we really need a lot of it. Sulfur might be a good one to do. Gold, again, experience. Diamond ore. See, it's all ore stuff that would be really good. Not entirely sure if there's a lot of stuff that we would really use at the moment. I mean, we're only 23 pages in, so it's not like we're at the end. Oh, there we are. Cinderflower we would, though. So netherrack and cinderflower. I'm not entirely sure if we've... Yeah, so we have got netherrack, so that would be quite cool. Cinderflower. So they're used for blaze cakes, which make blazes happier, basically. They make them burn far, like harder or hotter. But realistically, you can do that else. Well, it might be quite good actually to chuck in the armor. That would be cool. Any armor that we got. Just gonna scoot through this a little bit quicker. Yeah, most of this is just experience, and we can get experience from other places. Alright, I'm running low on it at the moment, but not normally. It's only because I was stupid and died. A couple of times. Well, 3 times, but yeah. We don't talk about that. Cinderflower, actually, would be a really good one to do. I'm pretty sure Cinderflower and something can go into glowstone. And or glow. Oh, we got a load of glowstone dust. Because we've... Yeah, because we started the mine back off in the nether. However, that's not going to last, because obviously there's only a limited supply in an area of glowstone hanging. So I'm thinking glowstone is made. How is glowstone made? Well, how can you make glowstone, should I say? Well, obviously you can crush it. Prismarine crystals you can crush, okay. Blast it. There we go. Cinderflower, potion of night vision. So potion of night vision, you fill that thing up, the dripper, or the dropper, or whatever it's called, and it produces glowstone dust. That might be a nice way of actually creating glowstone dust if we need it or run out. So we will probably do that next episode. I think Cinderflower, very simple to do, crush Netherrack, and then potion of night vision. Potion of night vision's, I think that's the simple one, isn't it? Potion of night vision. Where are we? So we just go to the basic one. Yeah, so brewing stand, golden carrot. We can sort of harvest stuff for golden carrots, or we can plant some outside. Awkward potion is just basic neverwort, so we need neverwort. Oh, actually, we can wait. Yeah. Okay, we can make those, but that would be so awkward potion into a glass bottle. Yeah, we don't really need that. Neverwort. Okay, so have we got? We should have some neverwort, because it should have been found in the nether. Netherwort. Neverwort block is neverwort. Okay, so we've got thousands of them. Okay, well we can grow our own neverwort anyway, but we can crush some of that first. So that'll kickstart us, and then the neverwort will get a farm going for, and get that farmed up. We can then use that, you get a carrot farm going at the same time, and then we can use it to create everything that we need. So let's have a look at ancient debris. Yeah, we got 76 again now, so that's cool. So because those quarries are huge, absolutely huge, like huge areas, 256 by 256, I think, maximum. But because they're so massive, and because I'm right at the top, it just grabs everything in those quite a few chunks. So that's why we've got almost an endless supply of ancient debris and never. Never right. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Right, so we've got our quarry back online. We've obviously got the one in the. Sorry, that. What is that? We need to do something about this. These random blocks are appearing all over the place. I thought it was a random bloody Enderman. Yeah, sorry. We've got our quarries both back online. So we've got the mining quarry sorted. We've got the nether quarry sorted. We've got all of this. These are all full now. So we haven't needed anything else. One thing I will check is what we've actually got in here. So we've got carrots growing. So we've probably got a few carrots already. But what we can do is create like a bigger farm on the other side of where the the farms are. So if I look, there we got 1,300 carrots, so that's fine. So what I'm thinking is this little pit here, if we create another one, either this side or further down actually, we could create another farm, do something similar to this, and then we could have Neverwort, and we could have carrots sort of here. I'm thinking ground level this time. I'm not thinking digging a pit. I'm just thinking ground level would be quite cool. Well, you get rid of the bricks, put the dirt in, and we'll do it that way. If we did that, then we could supply ourselves with Neverwort. We could supply ourselves with carrots, and then obviously, sort out the potions. Once the potions are done, then we can obviously over the other side we can crush. Oh, Actually, we can have our farms this side. We're going to have right, there we go. We're going to have a farm here, just at the front. And then we're going to have the crushers just behind. And then we can do whatever else we need to do. But if I do it that way, then this can feed this. And obviously it will go into the overflow, but this can feed this. And then it will go, the output will go over there. Perfect. Alright, that's cool. We'll do that. And we'll get our own glowstone production going, so that whenever we ask for glowstone, boom, a whole bunch of netherrack gets dumped. It gets, crushed, transports off, we're all good. It turns into glowstone. I like it. We'll keep a stack of potions, yeah. What we might do as well is add a redstone signal to stop the farm if carrots and Neverwort gets out of control. We can add a redstone signal, so we get the ME to control it and keep that controlled. Perfect. We know what we're doing next episode. But for right now, I think that's it. You've been awesome. I've been Satosis. All latest.